Hello everybody, I am NicoD. So, a while ago I've gotten these TV boxes from Inovato. So these are the Inovato Quadra TV boxes. So I promised them to review these. I've gotten these to give them away to kids. So for kids they are okay. So I installed a lot of software for kids, educational software and games. And for that they are okay, but these are not perfect. So what is the problem? They overheat very easily, but the biggest problem is they are not all the same. So this one overheated and the idle temperature was 60 degrees Celsius. I've lowered it by buying these big thermal pads and putting that between the heatsink, and there is a metal plate on top of this plastic plate. So I made the contact area bigger with bigger thermal pads. There was a really thin thermal pad in it, and I also bought copper shims. Here they are. So I added a little bit of copper, and like that the idle temperature of this one now is 57 degrees Celsius instead of 60 degrees. But when I made the review video, I thought I'm gonna take a new box, and this was the new box that was unopened. And I started making the video, and suddenly I saw it was at 90 degrees Celsius, and that just ain't good. So it was overheating. So this is really not good. This one is a lot worse than this, but this is also not perfect. So it is a bit a shame. So they come with the Allwinner H6 sock. So this is a quad core. It can be clocked up to 1.8 gigahertz if you can cool it. But the problem is with this sock, it cannot be cooled easily. Certainly not when it is inside of a plastic box. So this has got 2 gigabytes of RAM, it has got USB 2, it has got one USB 3 port, it has got an SD card reader, it has got 100 megabits Ethernet, it has got HDMI, and it has got an audio jack. This is also a problem. So once I opened this device, the audio jack just fell off. So the quality of these boards isn't great. I have to be honest, I cannot say, oh, these are perfect, while they are not. They are good enough for the goal that I wanted. I'm gonna give a lot more SBCs, a lot more powerful than this, but these they can take home with them. So for that they are good. I'm going to keep the worst of them all, because I need to be able to support it. And I don't care if it overheats. I don't need to use it for a maxed out task. So certainly for maxed out tasks they are not good. If you want to use this for only checking your emails and maybe surf the internet, browse the internet and do very light tasks, then this can be good for you. But if you need to do something maxed out, then these are not great. They overheat really easily, so that's a problem. So I'm going to show you with my device. This one has been improved. This one has added copper. This one has the big thermal pad. So this one performs a little bit better, but I cannot show you with this device because this just isn't very good. So the problem is the consistency. They are not all the same. They don't perform the same. So yeah, I'm gonna show you what software I've installed on it for the kids. I'm gonna show you how it performs and what the problem is. So here we go! So here we have got the TV box. So you can also pay extra to have this. So this is a USB hub, USB 2. And also this, so this is a Bluetooth and Wi-Fi dongle. This can do 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Let's put this here. So you also have got this. So these are the 3D printed feet. Like this. As you see, I can put it upright like this with these feet. So this is what I've done to improve it. So these are some added copper shims, and this is the thermal pad, thick thermal pad that makes contact with this heatsink. So you see the contact is made very well. So like this, it is a bit more usable. So it only adds a little bit more of thermal capacity, but it will still overheat, of course. So you would need a fan on this for it not to overheat, and even with a fan it might overheat. So you would have to cut a hole in this or just leave it open. No, you cannot put it on there. So you would have to cut a hole here to put a fan to make it perform a lot better. But yeah, it used to be $25, and for that price I would say yeah, buy it and improve it. But now it's $30, and I'd say no, buy an Amlogic S905 X3 or X4. Those do not overheat, those are more powerful, and they also can run Armbian. Just check if you have a device that is supported for Armbian. Well, no TV boxes are really supported, but check if there are Armbian images for it. The S905 boxes are okay for Armbian, not all of them. So here I am at Armbian on the Inovato Quadra. So this is one thing they done very well. So Armbian runs very well on it, as long as you don't max out all the cores. For short bursts it is now good, but it will still overheat to 85 degrees Celsius and then throttle to 800 MHz. So that's not powerful at all, but with this added copper it takes a little longer before it reaches 85 degrees Celsius, so that made it a little bit better. So here is NeoFetch. So as you see, it is running Armbian 2208. It is using the Tanix TX6 DTB file. I've got that TV box too, and I already reviewed it a while ago. It also was overheating. So it is now using kernel 5.15. They are working on kernel 6.1 to be the new LTS kernel. And let's do Helix info to see if Panfrost is enabled. And as you see, Panfrost is enabled. Not that it performs well, but it is enabled. It works. And it has got 2 GB of memory and 1 GB of CRAM. Now let's show you something. So I'm gonna show you a game that I've installed. So Never Ball.
Select. Ready, set, go. Fallout.
Right now it is at 1080p, and as you see, Never Ball doesn't run well. So I know a trick for that. Let's change the display resolution to 720p. And now let's try Never Ball again.
Select. Ready, set, go. Fallout. Ready, set, go.
And at 720p it runs great. So it is best to use this device at 720p. This is the same for when you're browsing, so when you're watching video. At 1080p you can only watch 480p video. When it is at 720p display resolution you can watch 720p YouTube videos. So at 720p display resolution you get the best experience with this box.
Fallout.
Another of these fun little games is NeverPut. I also installed this on all the devices.
Bogey. Par.
I also installed Minecraft Pi, but this was a little bit buggy. Might be a Panfrost issue or a Minecraft issue, I don't know. I've never played this game and I really do not know what you have to do in it. But I'm sure the kids will know what to do with it. So these are all the games and apps that I'm installing for the kids. So Super Tux, that's a Mario Bros clone, then Gnome Mahjong, K-Pod is Patience or Patience, Neverput, Neverball, and of course DOSBox. Then for apps, Synaptic, to install programs and to search programs can be very handy if you are new to Linux. Scratch, a very fun way to program. Then Pinta, Console, XFCE4 goodies, Mate System Monitor, Tux Paint, and KDE Edu. So KDE Edu is a lot of programs for kids, a lot of educational software, very nice to have on Linux. So browsing on it is very slow. I am now used on working with the RK3588 and that's a world of a difference. So going back to this doesn't feel nice. But if all you need to do is check your emails, then it is good enough. So let's go to YouTube and let's show you an example of the video playback. It takes a long time before it loads. I'm really not used to that anymore. It takes a very long time. I want to show you this so you know how long it takes. So let's go to NicoD. And here is NicoD's SBCs. So let's play comparing the RK3588 videos. Let's put it on 720p and let's play it. It's no secret that I love Rockchip RK3588 ARM SBCs, so I've gathered 5 of them right now and I hope I will receive a few more too. So in this video I am going to compare the boards that I've got and I'm also going to add the Orange Pi 5. I do not have the Orange Pi 5 but I can show you the specs. I cannot tell you anything else about it except the specs. So the boards that I've got is here the NanoPi R6S. This is my NAS. Here I've got the Raksha Rock 5B. Here I have got the Kados Edge 2. And then I've got two Mechatronics boards. So the first Mechatronics is the R58. This is the R. So as you see, that doesn't play too bad, but it does get the sock very hot. So it is at 85 degrees. That is a problem. So for computing, this really isn't good at all. For very light tasks, it is okay, but it also depends on the device. If you have got a device that idles at 65 degrees Celsius and goes to above 90 degrees Celsius, then return it and ask for another one, because it isn't good that it's overheating that much. So from the 4 devices that I've tried, one was overheating way more than the others. The other 3 were between 59 degrees Celsius and 62 in idle. But that means there isn't much room between the 60 and the overheating. So above 75 degrees it starts throttling to under 1.7 GHz. So there isn't much room in which we can use the 1.7 GHz. I tried with clocking it lower, but it didn't seem to lower the temperatures much. So the 7-zip decompression is 4563 with this box. Raspberry Pi 4 does about 7000. RK3399 also around 7000. Even the Banana Pi M5 does 7000. So that is using the Amlogic S905 X3. And that doesn't overheat, so that is a lot better for a TV box. Allwinner doesn't make good socks for TV boxes. So the software is pretty good for this box, but it does let you down in hardware. It overheats way too much. It isn't very well built, because my audio jack just fell off without touching it. There isn't any solder left on the board. So it just took off the pads, so I'm a bit troubled with it. It can be used for some light tasks, but I would say invest a little bit more in a little bit better device. Maybe an SBC instead of a TV box if you want Armbian. SBCs are way better supported. And also do your research before you buy something, to be sure that Armbian runs well on the device that you buy. So I hope the kids will be happy with this. Luckily I've got a lot of other more powerful SBCs that I can give away, and also some TV boxes. I'm gonna give away a TV box with the Amlogic S905 X4, and that will be great for running games. This is good for the light educational tasks or just for typing practice, but I can't recommend it for somebody who has to rely on it. I've gotten these TV boxes for free, so I feel a bit bad because I have to be negative about them, but I can only be honest. And if I wouldn't be honest, then there wouldn't be a reason to make videos about it. So still thank you Inovato for giving these. I hope you can get better boards than this. Really, the Allwinner socks are not good for TV boxes. You can find cheap Amlogic boxes and all those are a lot better. So thank you for watching, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, see you later, bye!